Hi guys, welcome back to Alamat, where we translate and narrate different horror stories from around the world. In today's tale, we'll journey to a quiet, unassuming town in the Philippines, where the echoes of the past continue to haunt the living. Prepare to be spooked as we delve into the haunting of Maria's Mirror. In the heart of a serene, picturesque town in the Philippines, there stood an old ancestral house known as the Casa de la Luna. The house had been in Maria's family for generations, and it had always held a sense of mystique and mystery. Within its walls resided a dark secret, a mirror, an heirloom passed down from Maria's grandmother that was rumored to be cursed. Maria, a young woman with a reputation for her striking beauty, resided in the grand old house. Her room was adorned with an ornate, full-length mirror that had long been the talk of the town. It was said that it has mystical powers, capable of revealing the future and communicating with the spirit world. One fateful evening, as Maria prepared for a grand ball, she stood before the mirror, seeking guidance on her attire. But as she looked into the glass, instead of seeing her own reflection, she was confronted with a horrifying vision. An apparition of a woman with long, disheveled hair and vacant, soulless eyes staring back at her. Startled, Maria stumbled backward, her heart racing. The ghostly woman in the mirror reached out towards her, as if begging for help. In a moment of sheer panic, Maria covered the mirror with a silk shroud and tried to forget the unsettling vision. However, that night at the ball, Maria couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Her once radiant smile was replaced with a look of sheer dread. Her friends and family noticed her distress, but attributed it to pre-ball jitters. As the days turned into weeks, the ghostly vision in the mirror continued to haunt Maria's dreams. The apparition's anguish weighed heavily on her conscience. She sought the help of local shamans and spiritual healers, but none could offer her solace. Desperation led Maria to uncover the mirror and attempt to communicate with the spirit trapped within. To her astonishment, the apparition spoke, revealing her name and the tragic story of her death. The spirit identified herself as Isabella, a young woman who had been wronged and murdered in the very house where the mirror now resided. Isabella's experiences as a spirit were horrifying. She described the moments leading up to her death in vivid, chilling detail. She had been a servant in the house, and her life had been marked by cruelty and suffering. Isabella had fallen in love with a young man from the village, a forbidden love that led to her demise. She told Maria of her harrowing final night when she had been betrayed by a jealous housemaid who revealed her secret love affair to the mistress of the house. Isabella was falsely accused of stealing and was subjected to a brutal interrogation by the mistress's husband. As the hours passed, the interrogation turned into torture, and Isabella's pleas for mercy fell on deaf ears. Isabella's life had ended in the darkness of the house, a place she had once called home. Her murder had gone unpunished, and her spirit had remained trapped in the mirror, yearning for justice and closure. Determined to help the tormented spirit find peace, Maria delved into the mystery of Isabella's death. She uncovered a dark family secret, a story of betrayal, jealousy, and violence that had been buried for generations. As she unraveled the truth, the apparition became more active, manifesting not just in the mirror, but in the house itself. The hauntings intensified, and the once idyllic Casa de la Luna became a place of fear and despair. Shadows danced in the corners, eerie whispers filled the hallways, and the specter of Isabella was relentless in her torment. Maria's life was in shambles, her family's reputation tarnished, and the dark secret that had been hidden for so long had now come to light. The townspeople began to whisper about the cursed mirror and the malevolent spirit that had been unleashed. Maria was plagued by nightmares, and she realized that she was not alone in the house. The restless spirit of Isabella was determined to have her vengeance. Despite Maria's pleas for help, no exorcist in the town was willing to confront the malevolent spirit. The cursed mirror, it seemed, held a power that defied even the most skilled spiritual healers. As the weeks turned into months, the haunting escalated, and Maria's life became a living nightmare. She grew increasingly isolated, fearing for her safety and sanity. The malevolent spirit of Isabella seemed to grow stronger, her torment taking on a more sinister and vengeful aspect. One fateful night, as a violent storm raged outside, the mirror seemed to come to life. It vibrated with an eerie energy, and the surface rippled as if a storm was trapped within the glass. Isabella's ghostly figure stepped out of the mirror, her spectral form now free to roam the house. Maria's screams echoed through the house as she tried to flee from the vengeful spirit. But Isabella's power had grown beyond the mirror, and she was now a force of malevolence that could not be contained. The following morning, the townspeople awoke to find Casa de la Luna in ruins. The ancestral house that had stood for generations was now a place of darkness and despair. The cursed mirror, along with Isabella's tormented spirit, was gone, lost to the world. The story is a chilling reminder that sometimes the past can reach out to the present, seeking justice and closure. This cursed mirror, once believed to hold the key to the future, became a portal to a tragic past, unleashing a torrent of supernatural events that forever altered the lives of those who dared to confront it. Thank you for joining us on this ghostly journey. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-tingling stories from the world of the supernatural. And remember, when you delve into the mysteries of the past, be prepared for the consequences that may haunt you in the present. Thanks again, stay curious, and stay safe.